A fan threw an object that looked like a realistic rubber bat on stage during a rock concert, and on impulse, the singer Ozzy Osbourne picked it up and took a bite, believing it was a toy. But to his shock, the bat was actually real. When he pulled his head off with his teeth, he realized he had made a serious mistake as the bat's blood began entering his mouth. They urgently took him to the nearest hospital right after the concert ended so they could inject the vaccine against rabies. If you see money falling from a building, don't try to pick it up and get out of there as soon as possible. It's a common trick used by terrorists to bring many people together in one place. If your drink smells like cinnamon, don't drink it. It's very possible that it's been poisoned. If you're in a forest and you don't have anything to eat, find yellow dandelions. They are 100% edible. If you're stuck inside a free-falling elevator, lie on your back and cover your face. If you see a bunch of white hairs on your banana, don't eat it. It's a spider's nest. If the air starts to smell like chlorine during a storm, it means lightning is going to strike very close at any moment. If you're eating fruit and it tastes like hair, there's a good chance you're allergic.
Why does school feel like a prison? First, they take you on a very big bus packed with people, and they check you in with a uniform as soon as you arrive. Then you have to wait in a small room while they watch you constantly until you finish all your assigned tasks. The food at school is just as bad as prison food. They split you into groups and you have to ask to go to the bathroom, but if you talk back, you get punished. Then they detain you so you can speak with the highest authority. Plus, you only get 15 minutes of recess to play soccer. As if that weren't enough, most schools are built by the same companies that build prisons, so it's no surprise most schools feel like a prison. Some kids started throwing rocks off a cliff, but what they didn't know was that a professional climber was making his way up the mountain. He was about to reach the top when one of the rocks, about the size of a bowling ball, struck him violently right on the head. His climbing partner tried to help him and save his life, but realized there was nothing he could do. The kid who threw the rock confessed to his crime, but despite the killing, no one pressed charges against the boy.
Guess which of your classmates gets the best grades? This is Big. When he gets to class, he grabs his notebook and starts taking notes while the teacher explains the subject. Big copies every word the teacher says. In the meantime, Dan doesn't take notes when the class starts, since he waits for his teacher to finish explaining each topic so he can write the notes using his own words. Several studies claim that students like Dan get better grades. He understands the topics better, and he is subscribed to BigDanBaby. If you're a dirty guy and don't wash your hair, cut it off right now. Your hair is rotted, and it's the perfect place for lice. If you are getting bullied and you're afraid of dying, punch them in the back of their heads. If you kill them, they'll stop bullying you. If they kill you, they'll stop bullying you. If you walk in your house and find thieves stealing, lock the door from the outside and burn the house. If the thieves manage to escape, the police will only have to look for suspects with burns on their skin. If you're an idiot and put cutlery inside the microwave, get out of there as fast as you can. If the waves touch the metal, your whole house will blow up.
How to get an A on every exam. Prepare 5 boxes and 100 questions. Box number 1 is studied every day. Number 2 is studied every 2 days. Number 3 is studied every 4 days. Number 4 is studied every 8 days. And number 5 is studied every 14 days. All of the questions start in box 1. If you answer one correctly, it moves to the next box. On the other hand, if you get it wrong, it goes back to box number 1.
Unethical ways to make money. Download a fake live streaming app and make your screen look like a live Twitch stream, making it seem like you have thousands of viewers. Walk into a jewelry store pretending you're a famous YouTuber and that you are streaming. Approach the owner and show him all the people watching your stream so that you are treated like a star. Now tell the man you'll promote him to your millions of followers in exchange for a gold chain. The owner will accept without hesitation, and you will walk around the store focusing on the jewelry and stating the store's address. Later, you can sell the gold chain for $10,000 and become a millionaire. If you see a service dog coming up to you, follow it immediately. It's asking for your help to save its owner's life. If a thief breaks into your home, don't turn the lights on or make any noise. You know your house better than he does, and you can attack him by surprise in the dark. If you start coughing, raise your arms above your head and count from 1 to 5. This will help clearing your lungs and will stop the coughing. If you wake up with a really strong headache, go and drink water as soon as possible. Your body got dehydrated overnight and your brain is trying to alert you.
How do you know what your dreams mean? If you dream of falling right before you wake up, it means that you have a lot of anxiety and your brain is trying to warn you. Dreaming about someone who has passed means you're still processing his loss and need to say goodbye to him. On the other hand, if you turn into an animal, it suggests that you should discover other parts of your personality. For example, transforming into a wolf means that you need to work on becoming more aggressive. Finally, when your teeth fall out in a dream, it suggests that you have many worries about your looks and hate looking in the mirror.
The parents of your rich friend invite you to sleep at their house. Do this so you don't look ridiculous. Bow down to say hello. Leave your shoes outside before you go in and don't take photos or ask the price of any luxurious object. If you break something by mistake, don't hide it. It is very likely that they have security cameras all over the house. On the other hand, if you need anything, ask the butler for it and never the parents, because it's considered disrespectful. However, you're confused because in the bathroom you find too many towels. Remember, if they are bigger, it's better. Use the smallest towel to wash your hands, the medium one to dry your face, and the large one for your whole body. Finally, never open the windows after 12 o'clock. It is very likely that you will activate an alarm system and get everyone out of bed.
If your hand starts moving on its own and tries to choke you, it's very likely that you have a disease known as alien hand syndrome. This rare disorder happens when the part of your brain that connects both hemispheres is damaged. This causes the nerves in your hand to activate involuntarily, causing it to move on its own. And although choking yourself is very rare, your alien hand can perform random tasks without your permission. If you had invested $100 in Apple a year ago, today you'd have about $140. But if you had invested $100 in Disney, you'd only have about $87. It's nearly impossible to know when a company's value will go up or down. But what if instead of putting all your money into one company, you split it across 300? This is the idea behind an index fund. Your profits don't depend on the value of just one company, but on the overall price of the market itself. Because it always tends to go up over time, you can invest in the most popular ones to lower your risk, and subscribe to BigDanBaby. If a few gangsters are messing with you, kneel and ask for forgiveness. You'd rather them laugh at you than cut off your head. If your dad is very drunk, go hide his car keys. If he tries to drive, he'll end up crashing and die. If you're a player in Squid Game, look for stupid people to team up with. You can trick them in the challenges and stay alive. If you're lost in the desert and find water, grab your shirt and soak it. When you get thirsty, you can squeeze it and drink the drops. If you want to open pistachios but don't have nails, just use the shell of another pistachio to open it. If you're very thirsty but have little water, hold the water in your mouth for 10 seconds before swallowing. If you want to get a job but they require experience, tell them you worked at a company that no longer exists. When they call, no one will answer to tell them it's not true. Go to a random funeral and take lots of pictures. If you're late to school, show the pictures to your teacher and tell them you were at your grandfather's funeral. If you get struck by lightning, many people think it's more likely to happen to you again, because the bolt's electricity when passing through your body can leave tree-shaped scars on your body and change the conductivity of your skin, which leaves you more vulnerable to lightning. But in reality, people who get struck by a lightning bolt multiple times are usually just in high-risk areas more often than most.